This is your News Now Sports.
A Saturday rainout in Tiffin forces the Division II baseball district final between Van Wert and Shawnee to be moved back a day. They shift this WBL showdown into WBL country tonight in Defiance. Van Wert won the lone regular season matchup between these two. This one's tied at ones in the third. Bases loaded for Parker Conrad, and he unloads them. The shot to center, one hops the fence. Hayden Maples, Nathan Temple, and Lawson Blackmore come home. The Cougars take a 4-1 lead. Same score in the sixth, and it's Shawnee's turn. This is Caden Vermillion putting a charge into one to left center. He too finds the fence. Johnny Caproa and A.J. Brown score. The tri-pull within one. 2 outs in the frame. They have a chance to tie it. Logan Maxwell flares one to the grass in shallow left. They send Vermillion from second, but T.J. Reynolds throws a strike from left field and cuts him down at the plate. Van Wert maintains their 1-run lead. They add some insurance in the bottom of the inning. Temple's chopper eats up the third baseman. Jackson Amweg scores. It's 5-3 Cougars. In the seventh, Shawnee has 2 on with only 1 out, but Maples fields the comebacker to the mound, fires to Amweg at second, who twists it for a game-ending 1-6-3 double play. Van Wert claims the district crown 5-3. They'll face Bowling Green in regionals on Thursday at 2 in BG. It's been a roller coaster ride of a year for the Russia baseball team. After starting the season 0-7, head coach Kevin Flippo gave his guys a choice: throw in the towel or fight and claw to keep this season alive. The Raiders chose the latter and now find themselves heading into regional play this week. That's after a win that will be talked about for years to come. Our Katie Gilhooly has more as the boys in blue continue their postseason run.
10 innings and this hit. That's what the Russia Raiders needed to knock off top-ranked Fort Laramie in the Division IV district semifinal on Monday night.
No one really thought, besides anybody in this town, no one really thought we were going to win. So we went in with the mindset that we go out there, play our best, just give ourselves a chance in the game, and if we don't come out on top, I mean, that's what everyone's thinking. They're like, oh, well, you know, you guys had a great season.
Like Coach said before the game, there's no pressure on us. It was all on them. So as long as we kept it a low-scoring game and kept playing good defense, he told us we had a really good chance to win. And us guys, we really rallied behind that.
It was an improbable win for the Raiders, who finished third in the Shelby County Athletic League and dropped their first 7 contests of the season. For that very reason, head coach Kevin Flippo says this group is more than just one big win in his eyes.
You learn more about yourself during the tough times than you know when things are going well. So that's the single thing I'm most proud of is how they responded. We talked a lot about where do you want to go from here. I mean, we could just kind of throw in the towel, or I mentioned if you guys keep working hard, keep believing. If and when we get things turned around, it's just going to make it that much more satisfying.
Now the group looks towards regionals after beating Newton in the district finals on Wednesday. And with a less than 500 record, the Raiders know they are likely the underdogs from here on out. And in their eyes, that's worked out pretty well so far.
I still think one game at a time. We can't take anybody for granted. We're still the underdogs with the worst record in tournament probably. So we just have to keep going out there, playing good defense, scoring some runs, and great pitching performances, and I think we'll do just fine.
Guys are swinging free and easy right now. We're squaring a few more up. We definitely have more confidence right now offensively-wise, but, you know, we're most likely this late in the season, you're not going to get into these big high-scoring games. You're going to see some quality pitching, and you know, we're confident in a close ball game, a low-scoring game. That's our comfort zone, so we'll be fine no matter what.
In Russia, Katie Gilhooly, your News Now Sports.
Thanks, Katie. College baseball now. Salina grad Seth Lonsway makes his second start in 4 days as the Buckeyes hope to advance to the Big Ten Tournament Championship game with a win against Minnesota. Lonsway in a bit of a jam in the first as the first 2 batters reach, but he gets out of it as with 2 away, he forces a fly ball to right. Dominic Canzone camps under it and makes a play to end the inning. Still scoreless in the third. Lonsway rings one up to end the frame. 5 innings pitched, 6 Ks, just 1 earned for Lonsway. In the fourth, the Buckeyes get the bats going. Brady Cherry has liftoff, blasting one to left field and gone. A 2-run shot gives Ohio State the lead. They go on to win it 8-6, moving to the Big Ten Tournament Championship game against Nebraska. And let's get right into it. The winner of this game claims a Big Ten Tournament crown and receives an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Bottom 1, the Buckeyes strike first as Brady Cherry delivers again. The base hit through the hole and into left field. Canzone hustles home as Ohio State takes a 1-zip lead. 2-1 in the 7th. Andrew Magno on in relief. 2 on, 2 out, and he gets a slow chopper to third. Nick Irwin charges, fires, and gets gets the out at first. They would review it, but the play would stand. Brilliance from Irwin ends the frame, and in the 8th, the Buckeyes get the insurance they needed, as with runners on the corners and nobody out, Connor Pohl flies one to left center. Plenty deep enough for Dylan Dingler to tag and score. Ohio State wins 3-1. They are your Big Ten tournament champs as the Buckeyes punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. We need to take a break here on Your News Now Sports, but when we return, we head to the big leagues as the Reds try to take 2 of 3 from the NL Central leading Cubs. Find out if they could do just that right after this. The Reds remain in the basement of the NL Central, but if they continue their recent stretch of play, they won't be for much longer. Today, Cincinnati and Chicago with a chance to take 2 of 3 from the division-leading Cubs. To Wrigley Field we go. Tanner Roark on the bump for the Reds in the rubber match of this 3-game set. Top 1, the Reds get going right away as Eugenio Suarez nubs one into right for a base hit. Nick Senzel scores. The 35th RBI already this season for Suarez makes it 1-zip Reds. Top 6, 2 on for the pinch hitter Kyle Farmer, and he smokes one off of the ivy in left. Jesse Winker scores. Kurt Casale goes to third. The RBI double makes it 4-zip Reds. The Cubs bring in Carl Edwards Jr. to try to stop the bleeding, but his first pitch gets away. Casale trots home. Everything clicking for the Reds today as they win it 10-2. The Indians have lost 5 of 6. They end their 11-game homestand today, closing out their series with the Rays. Top 1, not the start Trevor Bauer was looking for as Austin Meadows takes him for a ride to straightaway center. A leadoff homer for the Rays DH puts Tampa up early. 4-zip in the 7th, and the Rays add to it as it's Meadows again. This time grounding a base hit up the middle. Daniel Robertson scores to make it 5-0 Rays. Bottom 9, Francisco Lindor at the dish. He chops one to third. It eats up Robertson and gets into left. Jordan Luplow scores to pull the Indians within 3, but that's as close as they get as Tampa wins it 6-3. In New York, the Tigers conclude their series with the Mets trying to bounce back from last night's 13-inning loss. Top 1, Nick Castellanos gets things started for Detroit as he takes Zach Wheeler deep to right. His 5th of the season as the Tigers out in front early. Same score, top 3. Castellanos does it again as with 2 out, he pokes a base hit into right. Spencer Turnbull and Nico Goodrum score. Castellanos heads for second and slides in safely. It's 3-0 Tigers, but that lead would evaporate as in the bottom of the 4th, Adeiny Echeverria with an opposite field 3-run home run off of Turnbull, and the Tigers